Alright, so I've screwed the power supply in. Alright, I'm taking out the power supply. I can't access any of the ports because the power supply is screwed into the case and I can barely see what I'm actually plugging into. Alright, so let's take the power supply out, plug everything in, and then screw it back in. Alright, so here we have the 24-pin motherboard connector. Next we have a 4+4 pin EPS ATX connector here as well. So this is for the CPU power, so that'll just plug into there. So what I'll do is I'll connect this into my sleeved extension cable, which looks much nicer. We're also going to need power for the graphics card, so let's just use this one here, I guess, for PCIe. So I'm only going to need one, as the single 8-pin connector that connects to the power supply splits into two 6+2 pin connectors here as well. So I'll get my extension cables, we'll extend these cables, make them look much nicer. As you can see, all white sleeved cables, looking good. Then we'll do the same for the other one, as my graphics card uses two 6-pin power cables. Then I've got the 24-pin motherboard extension cable as well. So this will plug into here, and then this will plug into my motherboard. Then I've got a 6-pin SATA power connector, so these will go down here. I'll probably need quite a few of these. So this one here not only splits into SATA, but it also has a Molex connector as well. So I think we'll need this to power a few components for the actual PC, so this is useful. And then I've got another one here, but this splits into two 4-pin Molex connectors, as well as, I guess, like a floppy drive connector as well. But I don't think we're going to be using a floppy drive in this build. So this will just plug into the IDE or SATA port there. And then this 6-pin SATA power connector splits into 4 SATA power connectors that will plug into our hard drives or SSDs to give them power. Alright, that should be everything really. So everything's plugged in. We've got all the extension cables plugged in as well. So let's go ahead and actually screw the power supply back in. And as for the hard drives, they kind of just slot into this. And I think you can just put them into the PC case without any problem, maybe. All right, that was pretty easy. Let's do the same for the other hard drives. So you don't have to actually screw anything in. They just kind of align all the little screw holes there, and that's it. You just align all the screw holes really, and you just pop it into the case. Cool. I will of course also need quite a few SATA cables for all the hard drives and SSDs. So I've got 5 here, and these are all sleeved as well. Very nice SATA cables that I bought on Amazon. So I'm going to plug a SATA cable into each of the SSDs as well as each of the hard drives. Right, so that's pretty much all the PC building footage I had, but as most of you probably know if you've been keeping up with the uploads on the channel, things didn't really go to plan. Somehow during the process of me building this, my all-in-one liquid cooler somehow malfunctioned. I'm not entirely sure if it was the pump that kind of like died or something else went horribly wrong in the liquid cooler, as the moment I finish this PC build up, I plug everything back in, I press the power button, and the PC just begins power cycling. It turns on for a second, turns off, turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off, and it just kept repeating that, which was very strange. But I've encountered quite a few problems with this PC before. I had a few ideas on how I can actually bypass this whole power cycling thing. So I unplugged a bunch of USB devices, the PC ended up booting in to BIOS. I checked the CPU temperature, and the temperature went from like 70 to 100 degrees real quick, and I guess the pump at that point was just completely dead. And here's the sound that the pump was making as well. Yeah, so as you heard there, the pump was making a horrific sound, and I was convinced that it's about to like spew water everywhere, because I've never heard that kind of sound before, and I was like, oh god, I better like not turn this PC on anymore. But I kept turning it back on. Eventually I managed to get into Windows a few times, but once again I checked the CPU temperature, it was like 100 degrees, the PC blue screened, and I think at that point I just left it alone. I'm like, right, I need to get a new CPU cooler. So I bought an NZXT Kraken X52 all-in-one liquid cooler. It's currently inside the PC. The PC is back up and running. I posted an unboxing video all about it. You can check it by pressing the card in the top right-hand corner there. It's a pretty cool liquid cooler, a big upgrade, I guess, over my Corsair one. It just looks so pretty with all its RGB lights, and it kind of fits in with the build quite nicely as well. But with all that said, let's continue on with the PC building montage. Alright, so the PC build is almost done. There's still a few things I do want to add, like some extra RGB fans, and I've got an interesting idea. So, as some of you may know, the NZXT H700i PC case comes with NZXT's like Hue Plus Smart Controller thingy built into the case. Now what I want to do, now this might sound crazy, and I don't know if it's even possible, but I want to try salvage the Smart Controller from the NZXT case and put it in the GameMax case, and then add a bunch of NZXT Hue Plus LED strips into the case. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. I'm going to give it a try now. So we've got the case here. I'm going to open it up. We're going to try to salvage the Smart Controller. I have a feeling that it will not be possible at all, but I'm willing to try. I don't know if anyone else has tried this. I haven't Googled anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and try, I guess. So where on earth even is it? I think it's like, damn it. It's on the other side. I need to take off the tempered glass side panel. Right, so the smart hub is right here behind this white metal piece here. So I can't actually access any of the screws to unscrew the smart hub. So what we have to do is we have to actually take off the metal piece first and then access all the screws. We've got all 3 screws out. This should just be able to, there we go, we can take it off now. Nice. Right, I think there's only 2 screws holding it in. There we go, we can actually take it out, dude. I think. Okay, we've got 2 of the screws out. There we go. We've got it, boys. We've got it. I thought this was going to be a whole lot more difficult, but I guess that's not the case. Right, let's uncable manage it all. Right, can we salvage this? That's the real question. There's like an LED strip screwed into the top of the case here, but I think we can take it off. What? I was expecting that to happen. I'm like, is it just gonna fall? Yes, it did just fall. Cool. So we've salvaged it. I've also got some extra LED strips here. I think I got like 1 or 2 more. Then like a whole bunch of extension cables, as I did buy an NZXT like extension LED strip kit once. Right, so we have 4 LED strips in total. I've salvaged everything, guys. We've got like some 3M tape, but these LED strips are magnetic, so we're probably not even gonna need the tape. Yeah, we got the like stiff LED strip that's like built into, screwed into plastic really. No, I did not think this is gonna work. It says H700 LED. Yeah, this is the H700i. Don't worry about that, don't worry. This totally isn't a GameMax case, no, not at all. Right, what I've done is I've put the LED strip like here, goes all the way around, goes here, then I think this, like, I can't, I don't know what to do with this. Alright, so it's all done now. The LED strips have been applied. Also, you may be wondering, why is there like a dangling piece right there? Well, we're going to be adding some underglow to the PC. They work. Right, I did a mini boot test. The LED lights turned on. Okay. There it is. The oh my god. It works, and so does the underglow. What is this? It looks so pretty. Currently all of the LED lights are set to white. We have to go into NZXT's CAM software and configure everything. Okay, we're in NZXT's CAM software. I'm getting tons of emails. Please stop. Oh my god. Right. The moment of truth. Will this work? Apply. It works perfectly. Oh my god. And we even have underglow. Alright, I've turned all the monitors off. I want all the focus to be on this RGB PC build. It's not entirely done. I think there are some things I need to improve on. Like, as you can see right here, these little slots. I think if I add like some electrical tape here to cover those up, that'll help a lot. as you can kind of see the LEDs shining through them, and that's not really a good thing. But apart from that, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I think we're going to have a part 3 where we finish up everything, add some extra RGB fans, and then I'll be going through all of the different like RGB effects for the case and stuff. So I think I'm going to be ending the video here. Part 3 should hopefully come out in the next week or two, as I do want to get some extra fans, put them in the case and stuff, and hopefully that'll look even nicer. Anyway, thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you in another one soon. Goodbye.